Hello, Rebel GMAN 3B. This is your Week 9 recap. I am Rob Top, and I'm here, as always, with Matt Cavellian. Hello, Matt.
Hello!
So, this week, I had a quick look at the stats thing they do on Discord,
Okay.
and Kingslayers are doing quite well. Yeah, they've got the impact player of Lady Zhang 2. That's their thrower, who's also the top scorer with 10 touchdowns. Closely followed by the Manly Shelley, that's the Wood Elf catcher with 9. When it comes to kills, you've got the Chaos Beastman who's got 4 kills, and then you've got the 2 Underworld Blitzers who've got 3 each, and then you've got loads on 2s and 1s. So the Kingslayers are a real bashy team. And the top surfer is you would never guess it. It's a vampire. Pazu Moonstar with 5 surfs, and there's another one with 4. I can't remember who it is. Yeah, I found that quite interesting.
That is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
As for myself, I've my box set of the Blood Bowl 2020 tabletop game arrived this week, so I was doing a little bit of playing with that, assembling that. Linda was giving me a hand, and yeah, we got a bit of play testing done. We had some Chaos Dwarves versus Black Orcs. I know people will say Black Orcs were like a less good lizard man, but you know what? Starting off with Grab and Brawler on 6 players is pretty good. I actually got a little bit of footage from the playtesting we did. Unfortunately, this is towards the end of the session where the Chaos Dwarf coach got a little bit salty as a result of one of the goblins trying to dodge away. So.
Well, at least we didn't wreck the whole ball, eh, mate?
Yeah. So, for those who are wondering if they've got the ability for coaches to be, mean and salty in the new version, yes, apparently you can.
How did you find it overall?
I quite liked it. There's obviously some individual aspects to it that you can go into that maybe don't work, but for bringing like a new player into the game, they were able to understand it pretty quickly and get into it. So I think that's the main thing, really.
And what did you have? Like just TV 1000 teams each, did you?
It's like 1060.
Okay.
Cool. So enough of what we've been up to this week. We should probably get on with what everyone else has been up to.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? That's what we're here for after all. And I think first up was the Mutants versus the Bobs. Is that right?
It is, yeah. Porky 811 with his Chaos. That's like an 1800 Chaos team against the Bob Brotherhood with their 1930 Nurgle team. The Chaos took a dirty player loner, so let's see how that pans out.
All right.
So Nurgle kick in and a riot cancelled. Got to make use of those 3 stars, 3 dice.
Absolutely.
Got to make use of piling on because it does that.
Permanent Bob. We knew Permanent Bob was going to be the one who got taken out.
We've
discussed this before.
So they looked really locked in for the first couple of turns, and then they just managed to do that and get away.
Yeah.
What was really funny was the fact that the Nurgle couldn't catch up with the guy with the ball. So the Chaos just ran all of their guys back and just had a massive fight for the first half. Nothing happened on the turn 8 for Nurgle, and I'm just showing you the bench for the second half there. Quickly flip it to show one guy's missing. So turn 13.
Yeah, good early lead from the Mutants here as well. That's going to be buoying their confidence.
Yeah, so can the Nurgle score with 4 turns to go from the back of the field there? Can easily be done, especially a movement 7 guy.
It's a good start.
Yeah, where's he going though? He's got 2 beastmen on his case here. He's got to do something with it.
Oh,
that's a 4+ catch. That's a 5+ catch. He catches it.
Desperation player appears to have pulled off.
That was a 4+ catch, sorry. Oh dear.
It's not what you want.
No, so can he get through them? Oh, he had to hand off for the touchdown and no rerolls.
Dear.
Wasn't happening. So a nice 1-0 win for the Beastmen there. Why am I showing turn 16 here? What's going on?
I think you forgot to turn off your clips, mate.
There you go. So, yeah, just a nice controlled 1-0 win. Nurgle really didn't make much of their drive, unfortunately.
Any level ups you can talk to me about?
Fighting Bob got his second level up for Nurgle, but that is it.
Okay, well, on the Mutants, for the next match, Prickfagor is coming back. Down here, I haven't got it lined up properly. They've moved around, but that's fine. Speedfagor is coming back. And Best Nagor, the block lineman, is going to be out for next game. And for the Bobs, well, we've seen Permanent Bob to be turned into Sacrificial Bob. And who did you say the level up was?
Fighting Bob, second skill.
Has not taken the skill yet.
Okay.
So next up is the Altdorf Acrobata versus Smoked and Cured. Altdorf Acrobata at 1370 against Smoked and Cured at 1650 with a Nuffle Altar in play. Acrobata took Helmet, Hemlock, a Bribe, and they came in with a +1 fame. So let's see how that went for them. As you can see, we're starting off in the rain as we get the kick from the High Elves and a quick snap. Just moving slightly towards the ball. As you can see, Kislev caging up and the High Elves getting, I think, the first removal or temporary removal of the match. As we start to see Kislev attempting to counterplay some of the offense put on and getting an injury in. So you can see Kislev doing Kislev things, passing the ball over around the side. We're going to zoom in.
Class.
Makes it on the zoom. And we do see moving into the tackle zones, trying to bust the cage. Makes it all the way there, but only a push. Not quite good enough. Well, we'll see, I guess. And we do see from that position. Oh,
another failed leap. So many.
Makes it just in the end, though. And is able to run it home for Acrobata, going 1-0 up.
They've got a 1-turn touchdown chance, I'll take it.
Yeah, and the weather's cleaning up for them. Touchback, which is exactly what they want. Can they pull it off? I'm going to show you a bit of stuff here because, wow, that's what it deserves. We're seeing the push in.
So far, so good.
Getting the shove.
Uh-oh.
Re-rolling. So if there's any question about whether or not it was a one-turn touchdown attempt, well, that's been squashed now. Great setup here as well. Smoked and Cured really knowing what they're doing. This additional push.
Oh, this works. As long as he doesn't knock him out, knock him off the pitch.
As long as he stays up.
He can get another push. Nice. Well spotted.
Well spotted. This is a fantastic one-turn touchdown attempt here. Gets the push. That's all the hard work done. All you got now is some justice.
I thought that was diving tackle. It wasn't. It was diving tackle, wasn't it?
It wasn't. Well, it doesn't matter because he's got stuff at the end. It would be diving tackle, yes, because it was his left blitzer. Yeah. So it wasn't the easy work done. Got through it and then stumbles right at the end. Sorry to keep you hanging for that one, but I thought it was funny. We do get to see the uphill block here. Strip ball doing some work. But it's back, y'all. 3B Magnet Hands have been off the pitch for a while, but it's all the way back, and the High Elves are able to retrieve the ball and pass it round the side from this magnet-handed recovery. And you know me, I love to see a bit of a handoff into a cage, but you've got to be slightly worried against Kislev. They're one of the people that can actually deal with this sideland cage and do, in fact, get them all the way off the pitch with the ball.
Is it another Magnet Hands?
Nearly, but not quite.
Right.
We do get a re-roll here. We'll get some good positioning on the ball, but knocking back the catcher into it. Another attempted Magnet Hands, but no, relatively straightforward positioning there to try and recover it for the High Elves now. Looking down the Kislevite. Let's see what they can do.
This is one of the teams top of the table as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Falling back. Kislev are going to have an attempt on it.
Loner. Gutted.
Not much you can do about that. And from here, Chicken Drumstick can just pass it to where it needs to go.
All right, this is game on. 1-1 with
game on.
3 turns to go.
Breaking loose here from this early Kislev position.
It's looking good for the Kislev.
Looking good for the Kislev. That's not
good. Gutted.
Gutted. And you know these elves, all elves are quick and they are able to get around and free up that ball from tackle zones. There's only a little bit of time left. Pickup is failed as they attempt to retrieve it. Reroll works though. A speculative throw. Actually, no, not speculative. Just puts him into a caged position. We do get an attempt from the Kislev. And the pro fails.
Oh, they were lucky to get a win. Oh, I might not get a win. Yeah.
They do, and they do. And Acrobata have got to feel a little bit hard done by there. They took the top of the table to their limit. And let's see if they're able to get a little bit of revenge in here. Well, they're able to get a final blitz block in. Killing the wrestle lineman.
Yeah.
But the Apo is used right at the end. So they were able to get a measure of revenge in just at the end there. So, as for Smoked and Cured... Oh, sorry, as for Altdorf, I'll do it the right way around. No level ups for them. They are going to be getting Don Corleone and Gianluca back for the next match. And they have bought another catcher, so they will be up for 3 for their next match.
Oh, they've done well without their bear and that brilliant catcher. That was tough.
Yeah, they very nearly won that match. Very nearly won that match. Coach Cool's got to be gutted about that one, but it was excellent play. Cornish Gamehead is unfortunately gone from Smoked and Cured. It was all a little bit too much for them. And we have got a level up. Number 3, Wiener Schnitzel gets that first level up and block, so a slightly more ball carrying catcher there. Nice. Next up was the Happy Sons versus the Gorgoth Greys, which is a match you had a chance to watch, I believe.
Yeah, the Happy Sons hitting a bit of form, aren't they? So Proud Wings Orcs at 18-20 against the first or second place Gorgoth Greys. That's Gunnerside's Chorfs at 17-90. I haven't made a note of the inducements, so maybe there wasn't any. Maybe I just messed up. Let's see.
Let's have a look. Big long kick.
Yeah. So into the action. The first sack of the game happens on turn 4. And it is a sack, yeah. And that ball bounces not bad for them. So loose ball, they managed to bounce it out a little bit. And it bounced nicely for them. That could have gone a number of ways. And the Hobgoblin picks it up and runs back to safety. So Orc drive in a bit of a mess.
Able to loop around the side there, it seems.
Yeah, so they managed to get around the side and they blocked it all off really nicely as well. There's little chance of getting that ball without rolling some dice. And
yeah, it looks like they've really...
He has a dilemma here. Does he hand off? It's not his drive. He bottled it.
No, I think that's the right call.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, 100%. So, second half, Orcs kicking to the Chorfs. And... pain, innit? Perfect defence on Bash.
Especially when you've got all that big strength 4, strength 5 in some cases to throw around.
Yeah, I like that play there, pushing the Hobgoblin into another chance of getting hit.
A death.
Ouch.
Back to the subs though.
Lovely Apo. Good boy. So gets a bit of guard in there so he can get his nice 2D hit. And this is the York team with the Blodge Strength 5 Black Orc as well, who isn't a ball carrier today. Oh, that's in a few.
Was that a Magnet Hands? No, it wasn't.
Yeah, I think it was a Magnet Hands.
Yeah.
I missed him getting knocked down though. So, can the Orcs score on the 12th drive and make it 1-1? They've got the ball. They've done a runner. But you're not safe from a break tackle ball centre there. They've got work to do. And how are they going to do it?
Closing them off like that, it's going to help.
Yeah. So he got based the last turn and then... Oh, he's got sacked. All right. No Magnet Hands.
No Magnet Hands.
So, dice to roll here. Turn 14, he needs to be picking this ball up and scoring with those 2 ball centres hot on his heels. It just doesn't look like it's going to be happening for him. If I remember rightly, he tried dodging on a 4+ or 3+ and picking the ball up on a 3-4+, and it just didn't work for him. So, not looking good for the Orcs here until that happens.
They've still got to roll some dice.
Yeah. How are you going to deal with it? Okay. A 1 dice push. Is it enough?
Could maybe possibly be.
Dodge. Pick up. All works. Go for it.
Oh no!
And what's happened?
Oh, he's gone through.
Oh, the clip went all funny. What's happened? Tense moments.
They scored.
Nice. Yeah. Both scoring on each other's drives. Proudwing's really picking up the pace for this team. It's nice to see. It happened last season as well, didn't it? One of the bottom teams struggling at first and then getting into a bit of a rhythm.
It's the Coach Cool spot. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really, really good draw. Happy Sons get a level up with Flip Flop 4. That's his first skill.
Has not been taken.
And Azor is dead.
Indeed. Oh, Flip Flop 4. Sorry, has been taken. Took Dirty Player. I've not got it lined up correctly.
Oh, right,
Azor.
Yeah.
I've missed this because Azor was replaced with another Dirty Player. That's why I've missed that.
All right. And for the Chorths, we got Death Coles has got his first level up. So
Death Coles has another Dirty Player.
All right.
Excellent. Next up, we've got the Vicious Virtuosi versus Dreamlord of Splendors. This is Dark Elves versus Vampires in a Goth Grudge match. The Virtuosi at 1690 versus 1930 for the Dreamworld. Virtuosi taking a Wizard and 2 Babes. They also have +1 Fame. So let's see how that worked out for them in the match. You can see Vampires with a kick, a quick snap, just takes you under the ball. We do get to see some aggression from the Vamps here, as they're attempting to go towards the Elven ball carrier holding at the back there, and you can see there's a little bit of threat. He's able to juke to the side and make good use of Dauntless here to bash against these vampires. And let's see if they can do something interesting with the ball. See if they can get away from this kind of push from the Thralls. Off to the Witch Elf.
Where's she going?
Where is she going indeed? Let's reorient. Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, that's a 3+ from there. Easy.
Oh, it would be.
Oh. Not going to be a snake, is it?
No, it's not.
No. All right, good play.
Absolutely, going 1-0 up. See the vampires picking up the ball. I'm not entirely sure what happens here. You can maybe tell me, because the bloodlust has failed. We bite.
Yeah.
We then throw and fumble the ball. And it drops next to us. And then the thrall is KO'd. I'm not entirely sure what the ordering... I'm assuming this was attempting to throw the ball, fumbling, and it just happening in a really weird order because of the GUI. But the elves were able to capitalise.
Seemed like the right order to me. Oh, you think the KO should have happened before we tried throwing the ball? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they were able to retrieve the ball from there, and as you can see, get into a fairly safe position. Let's see what the vampires can do.
I don't know if that's the tabletop way of doing it or not. You know.
I would have thought the bite happened after you attempted the throw, but that was just me.
Oh no, you always bite before the action. Yeah, but I didn't realise the injury roll was after the throw.
Well, we did get to see the Dark Elves capitalise on that unfortunate turnover, and we are now seeing the Vamps attempt to do a little bit of shenanigans themselves. We've got a long blitz from the Elves here, able to get close. Dauntless does hit. Dark Elves got to be thinking they're in a strong position here.
Yeah, definitely.
But we do get a pickup of the ball. Looping around after freeing it up. Vampire gets it.
Passes Bloodlust.
And all the way to the end, we've got ourselves a ball game. As we do have the Vamps receiving. But the Virtuosi do get a blitz and are able to start looping up around towards the ball. We're not able to get all the way there, though, and the Vampires are able to restabilise from that. You can see the downed Dark Elves there. We're getting the Bloodlust success and a pickup of the ball. We're just going to keep ourselves there. We do see a big fireball coming in as they cage up. Opens up some lines, but does not take the ball carrier down themselves. Let's see if they can do something good with it, though. And they're able to keep it, and the Vampires are then able to do a lovely little push free around that fracas.
I was just wondering if the Vampires were going to go for a draw here, but doesn't look like it.
Does not indeed. Sends the Thrall down to protect against the Bloodlust, but they get it.
Giving the ball to the Elves with 4 turns to go. Not good.
Especially when you see an injury. Not a fake skill, though. Regeneration doing a bit of work. We are seeing this classic kind of Dark Elven holding back down, because at halftime, yeah, it was they were actually down on players by 1 at halftime, but we'll see how this goes, because it's looking like a good. Ooh. Looking for the pass.
Oh,
not make
where's it going?
To one of the.
God. That's bad, isn't it?
From this sacking Thrall, they do now have a line on this ball. It's actually quite open, because we saw another aggressive kind of attack on the going after that ball carrier. They were keeping to the back there, which has left them with some players to make this kind of play. As once again we see some good discipline, moving the Thrall first, as we can then pass Bloodlust and move all the way there to sit there with sidestep.
Yeah,
and from
lovely.
here, let's have a little bit of pushy shovey. And Dreamworld Splendors take the win 3-2.
That was unfortunate for the Dark Elves, wasn't it? Jesus. A snake and a bad scatter.
Well, for the Virtuosi, they've also been doing some rebuilding. They've brought in a third blitzer, a fourth blitzer. Please excuse me. Aratil Galathar, so they are up to a full complement of blitzers and witch elves now, although one Gloriana will be missing the next match. Any level ups here? We actually saw some for the Virtuosi, so despite losing, they've got a little bit of something to keep them warm at night. So number 2, Aldan took another level up and has taken Leap. And also number 5, Zilvana has another level up and has taken tackle. So this is a Blodgestep tackle witch elf now. And it is also worth noting that unfortunately they have got a wood elf down for the next match. So I had to touch on that before. Next up, we have a match that you had a chance to see, which was Celebrity Vag versus the Red Hot Boys. What can you tell us about that? We should actually have a look at Dreamworld first. I skipped over them like a massive heel. They did not get any level ups, and they have got City Watch Gonza back, the Agi Busted Thrall, for the next match. So now you can go and talk about it, Saber.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, what we got? We got MB Carmack's 1570 Wood Elves against Costing Strikers 1780 Orcs. I haven't made a note of the inducements again. There's me rushing around last night. I got a feeling they would take a wizard, so we will find out when the match starts, I believe.
I guess we will. Not seeing any wizard up top.
Nah, so maybe they didn't. Maybe they took some loners or something. Oh, look, there's a couple of loners on the pitch. So yeah, that's what they've had. All right, so Edge 5 doing Edge 5 things by the looks of it.
Absolutely, just nip in, grab the ball, get out.
Yeah, and steadily taking one step at a time to see if he rolls any ones. And it runs the wall dancer over to block him off. It's all solid play from MB Carmack. He's doing really well with the Wood Elves this season and decides to mark that piece, which ain't a bad shout. But there was one that could get to him, and he does get the power.
Had tackle, could have done with stumbles.
Yeah. And decides, because it's not his drive, it's the Orcs' drive, just run it through and score, because there's nowhere safe on that pitch to go. And again, one step at a time.
Such movement, such range on that catcher.
Yeah. So as you see, the ball goes out for the kick and gets handed to the Edge 4 guy there. And is it going to be a story where the Wood Elves run out of players against the Bash team? A little bit open there. Maybe he could have covered it better. Maybe he had to get into scoring distance because he's only got one turn left.
But that's not going to help, though.
No.
Magnet hands will, though.
And he is in range as well. So the Wood Elves surround him, put all the loners up against him as well. And can you see a way out?
Blitz and free, gotta be.
It's got to be, but it's still a few dice to roll here. He's got guard on this guy, which really helps out.
That doesn't, though.
Has he got a reroll? He has. So this does give him the 2 dice blitz.
That's what you wanted. All you've got to do is hit this 3+ now.
No dodge. So close. Yeah. So 1-0 at half time, and now the Wood Elves are receiving the ball. And surely they're just going to score early and go 2-0 up. That would be the plan, I would expect. Edge 5, don't matter if he's in tackle zone, it's still a 2+. But another failed leap. Is it going to be another one?
Nope.
And just run through, and they get a bit of cover around that ball as well.
Such a strong player, that extremely fast catcher.
Yeah,
just finishing off the screen there. Lovely.
Yeah, Edge 5, Lodge, sure hands. Oh, that doesn't help. Okay, so he's in range to score. Is he going to roll any dice first? Or is he just going to run in?
Looks like he's feeling spicy.
Got to have a tree hit, haven't you? Strength 7 block tree. And then run it in. Yep, 2-0. He did do this the week before or the week before that. But this time he did manage.
It's gotten cold.
Yeah, he has managed to keep enough players on the pitch. The Orcs are a bit slow as well. And looks like the Orcs are going to get a consolation touchdown at the end of the game here. Or are they?
It's looking likely. Yeah.
Yeah, good play from the Yorks. It just Wood Elf doing Wood Elf stuff against you, really. It's hard to stop sometimes.
Yeah. So, any level ups for the elves?
No, but they do have a dead player, Bullbuster Anders.
Bullbuster Anders, who I think might have been either new for this team, wasn't on last week, and is not here this week. So was either a loner or someone they brought in and immediately died.
Okay.
They are going to have. They did get this win without their agility 5 lineman, and without their thrower as well. So they're going to be back for the next match as well, which is interesting.
Tough week next week.
Yeah, Red Hot Boys. What happened to them?
No notes at all. So nothing apparently.
Oh, well, they've got a miss next game from one of their linemen, but other than that, pretty much business as usual. Next up was another match I had a chance to watch. It was the Quiguanas versus the Mumble Rats. As 1820 for the Quiguanas and 1800 for the Mumble Rats, so that's no inducements taken. +1 fame for the Quiguanas there. So let's see how that went for them. Quigs with the kick.
And on hot form as well, aren't they?
Short kick there to the Rats, who were able to recover it. And make a run down here to the side. We do get to see a bit of follow-up as we see what you might expect, an early Skaven rush here when they were getting the ball, and the Lizards coming back after them to try and put some bodies on the ball. Rats having some options and electing to try and clear out that Agility 4 skink where we do some damage. And from there, get the dodge and run in to go 1-0 up. Quigs then retrieve the ball and are able to push up themselves in a cage. We now start to see a little bit of counterplay from the Rats, who do the foul, don't get exactly what they want, leap in, and find the POW on the ball-carrying skink, knocking that straight over. Difficult to retrieve it.
Oh.
Especially when you dodge and injure yourself immediately afterwards. So, a lifeline for the Lizards, who were able to get a hold of the ball. A little bit of injury to insult. And they're just able to run it in for 1-1 at the end of the first half.
All right, Rats looking for their first win of the season
As
well.
you can see, they're taking a bit of damage. Yeah. And some of them come back. So we are looking at 10v7 at half-time. In the Quig favour. A little bit of action, though. We start to see some threats. And we do start to see a dodge here. Forgot about the diving tackle. Forgot about the prehensile tail. Dodges for the blitz and makes it. What a hero. Runs through. Finds the POW.
Oh...
And injures Jetplay.
Oh my god!
Only a badly hurt, but what a play!
And you got an Edge 5 gutter runner in range. That's annoying for the Lizard coach extreme there.
Yeah, they are able to bring the Crux down to support.
The speed he come running in then.
Yeah, and does go POW fishing and finds it themselves. As we know, Lizards do have some good recovery ability themselves. And with a sprint sure feet, able to get back into safety. Because there are very few Rats left on the ball, but they're game and they are going for it. They're able to dodge through, find another POW. It's only turn 10. The backwards and forwards of the ball travelling here is incredible.
Only five rats on a pitch.
Yeah. But they're able to just nip in, nip out, do whatever they want.
Just roll 6s and 5s.
And just get that ball out of there. There's not much you can do against these kinds of guys. Well, you can get them off the pitch. That stops that counterplay pretty much straight off. And allows them to get some more skinks closer to the ball for some recovery, as they do have quite a bit of time. All they've got to do...
needs to pick that up.
Well, I've got some bad news.
All right, he's got leap on that gutter runner there. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Skidding to a stop.
Oh, 1 in 9'd it.
And from here, it's still not... Oh, well, that's also not looking great as they're clearing up those dangerous gutter runners. It's really cutting down the options of the Mumble Rats here. Able to pick the ball up and do a wee bit of a stamp, but the referee doesn't like it. He is so much in favour of these rats just giving it everything they can, just desperation plays, just desperately trying to get this ball. I've done the same thing again that I've done last week. We get to see an action replay, get to see him sent off. And then what do we see as a follow-up?
There's not many rats on the pitch now, is there? Is it just 3 of them, is it?
Just 3 of them. Splang.
Oh, not again.
Splang. Again, unfortunately. And from here, we can just move on upwards.
Yeah, this should be an easy touchdown for them.
Yeah, and from here, they're able to just do it.
What a game.
What a game indeed. And just to prove to you that in the follow-up, the Mumble Rats were just about able to field a line of scrimmage. They do get a little bit of some damage of their own, blitzing away and attempting to get some stuff. But yes, they were able to. They were very, very close to not being able to field a line of scrimmage at the end there. In terms of level ups for the Quick Yarners, number 11, Phineas got a level and has taken sidestep alongside for diving tackle, which is useful. And as for the Mumble Rats, well, they've taken some damage. Missing next game. The guard line rat is the one that really hurts there, but I can't imagine you're going to be losing too much sleep about the linemen going down. Although it is gutting to lose the match there. It was very backwards and forwards in that second half.
They've got 10 men for the next game, so not too bad.
Yeah. Last up, we have got the Bloodlust Brawlers versus the Kingslayers.
Yeah, Armstone's Necro, 18-10 against Spartacus Underworld with that's 16-30. And they take a Wizard. Let's see how they get on. So, the Bashy team, the Underworld, 3rd in the league, I believe they are, 4th, somewhere around there. And they force an early touchdown from Necro. So, good play. Here, I should have showed a clip before. He didn't have to do a 5+ dodge in order to get a blitz on the ball carrier, but he did a hit beforehand that pushed that pushed the ball carrier out of range and made him have to do that dodge. So Underworld a bit lucky for that second equaliser there before half time. Second half, kick into the Underworld. And are they going to take this wolf out?
They're going to try. They get him down at least.
Yeah. You can't show kills all the time. But as you can see, he looks like he's going to move the ball round and get it all caged up pretty nicely. Yeah, 2 heads doing its thing. Well, there's a 5 anyway, so not necessarily doing its thing, but getting the ball nicely down the pitch, away from everybody. That Edge 5 werewolf at the top there, you can see, is in range, but he can't do much with it if he does come down.
And they're able to juke over to this side of the pitch.
Yeah, there wasn't too much to show. It was just a little bit of juking around and just whacking each other. No real damage. And that's Lady Zhang getting the 10th touchdown of the season. Here lies George, gets his 3rd level up.
Takes guard, which I think is a double for a zombie, right?
Yeah, a 3rd level up.
3rd level up, yeah, still.
Yeah.
William McConkard's a 2nd guard zombie back for the next one. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so team's looking in good shape still. I'm surprised he's still got both werewolves left after, what's this, week 9. So he's looking after them pretty well by the looks of it.
How
And
about the Kingslayers?
Manuel, I can't pronounce this, Biaka, is that?
Sure. I'm not sure. Honestly, that one's beyond even me.
First skill, so
That is so Shep.
okay. Yawn, Matt.
Yawn. Sorry,
Keep
it's
it up.
caught me. Keeping me up. I'm got me escaping there.
No, good win for the Kingslayers. Yeah, they're looking really strong. There's a few teams looking really strong. So should we have a look at the table?
We should. So yeah, that High Elf win, keeping them at the top of the table there. Gunnerside still keeping up second position, and we've got a couple of people with 16 points in the Challenger Cup cut off just behind them. But chasing that is also Realm Mutants of Porky with this big win this week. And yeah, following that, the Quickie Runners, Dreamer Splendors, Red Hot Boys, Bob Butterhead just contesting for the middle of the table. The Virtuosi, the More Rat Spoilers, Acrobat, and the Happy Sons, having strong showings, but just losing out to some, especially in the case of the Acrobata this week, some unfortunate rolls not going their way.
Extreme, line in 6th, when he was down the bottom of the table, said, I'm not going for the CC, I'm going for playoffs, and 4 games to go, 14 points, 4 points away. He can do it. Yeah, he can do it.
Speaking of predictions.
Oh yeah. Jeez, man. Smashing it, yeah?
Yeah, so let's have a quick look through. I managed to get 8 points. I'm not doing the best this week. You got 4. MLP with 7, which is pretty good. Coach Cool with 6. Huge one from Gunnerside, 12 points. And that's without even filling in one of the results. So we have to not count that one there.
I know. If that was 2-1,
it wasn't. I did go back to check to see how it was put in, and yeah, this was the changes that were made to the thing. Sometimes you do have to click off to make sure it gets registered for the last thing you've put in, unfortunately. Sometimes it can forget the last cell. But still, 12 points is extremely impressive.
So, sorry, I missed you there. So what did he have, 2-0, did he?
No, he didn't have anything. He just didn't. It never got filled in at all.
Right. All right.
You've just got to, sometimes it doesn't. If you make a change to a cell and then close it immediately, it can forget that you've made that change for the last cell. So click to something else to register it, and it should remember. Okay. That's a problem with Google Sheets, unfortunately. Moving back, we saw Gunnerside with that big score. Halligan on 5, which is still pretty good. Spartacus on 5, still pretty good. Extreme 7 is good. Simar on 6, very good.
I can't think of anybody ever scoring 12. I think that's the highest we've ever had in a week.
I think it is. I think it might be. And if we look at the rankings.
Oh really? Oh man.
Starting to switch up a little bit.
You are 4 weeks to go, mate.
Still can be changed. Look at that. If we go back to Gunnerside, he'd missed out an entire week pretty much of scoring, and now is top of the table for the people that actually count, which is not me and you. And yeah, so everyone's still got a chance. You know what can happen in Blood Bowl.
Yeah, definitely.
And we should probably go back and have a look at the predictions for next week. Which I was going to chastise you for not doing, but you did it just before we came on air, so I have to do so.
Oh, don't! My work life, my social life outside of Blood Bowl is either non-existent or absolutely haven't got time for anything, And I looked at it earlier on. I had a day off because it was raining today, and I looked at it and realised I hadn't done it again. It's like, oh, I'm meant to be catching up points here. I need to be on top of this. So I didn't look at yours because yours was already filled in. And then when I see the first one where we picked the same score, I thought, oh, I'm not going to change it just in case it is 2-1. But I don't want to be putting the same scores as you because I'd never catch up, would I? So,
Indeed.
yeah, 2-1 to the All Greys I'm going because they are sort of just solid. You don't see them make many mistakes. I've seen a few mistakes out of the Mutants this season, so I think they're just going to nick it 2-1. And what's your thoughts?
Yeah, pretty much. Google 4Gs have just been on a run of good victories. They're second in the league. I just think they've got that experience edge. Mutants have had a great result this week, but I've still just got to tip it to the ones who have been dancing that way all season. Next up, we've got Smoked and Cured versus Dreamworld of Splendors. Who have you gone for and why?
Yeah, I don't like betting against the Dream World. Could he just wait coach, and when them vamps pull it off, they do pull it off. But Smoke and Cured are top of the table, and they're not top of the table because they're playing badly, are they? So that's why I've gone 2-1, 2-1 grind.
Yeah, similar thinking, except I think we're going to see high scoring match. I've gone for 3-2 for Smoked and Cured. I think it's going to be a lot of backwards and forwards play from these two highly agile teams.
Right.
Next up, we've got another Bash Fest. We've got a Bash Fest. It's Bob Burrowhead versus the Red Hot Boys.
We've both gone 1-0. I think Bob will grind it out myself. Red Hot Boys, they seem to blow a bit hot and cold, don't they? And Bob's lying third, fourth in the table. He's been a bit solid. Team can be a bit slow sometimes, but I don't think the Yorks are actually going to run them off the pitch. So I've just gone for a 1-0 win.
All right. Next up, Altdorf Acrobata versus the Mole Rats. I've gone for a 1-1 draw here. I think Altdorf are really hard dumped by this week. I think they're going to be out to try and make up for that. Mumble Rats are very fast. I think there's going to be... They've got some options that it's very difficult to deal with, so I'm going to basically go for a highly positional, shut each other out, 1-1.
I've gone for a 3-1 win because the Mumble Rats are a good side. He's a good coach. No wins on the board yet, and he's got to win sooner or later. And 10 weeks in, it's going to be. So sorry, Coach Call, but I think the Rats are going to do rat things against you this week. So 3-1.
All right. Next up, we've got, speaking of rats doing rat things, the Kingslayers versus the Happy Sons. I'm going for general rats doing rat things, 2-1. Just that little extra bit of agility moving around the orcish lines there.
Yeah, the Kingslayers have got all the tools to beat the Orcs here, haven't they? They've got the claw, they've got the movement, they've got this stunty. Yeah, I can't see Happy Sons getting a result out of that. But I've been saying that a few weeks in a row now, and they seem to be pulling the results out of the hat. So we might both get that one wrong.
All right. Next up, we've got the Virtuosi versus Bloodless Brawlers. I've gone 2-1 here. I think, once again, that Elven agility is just going to give them the edge.
Yeah, I agree. So we've just gone 1 touchdown difference. It might make all the difference to the scores at the end of the week, though. 2-0, fingers crossed. Please don't score. Please don't give that Edge 5 Wolf the ball, and we'll be fine.
And last up, we got Sabertooth Vag versus the Quickie-Warners. I've gone for a 2-2 draw. We've got two teams, both alike in their desire to move very fast with the ball. And I think we're just going to see a lot of that. Just an unfortunate turnover or something just to stop it right at the end, and we'll see them both cancelling each other out.
Yeah, they're the two streamers of the league. I've been following Carmack a bit. I find him quite funny. I've given it to the Wood Elves, but it's a tough one, isn't it? It really is. I think the Wood Elves are going to just nick it, but we'll see. It's a tough one to call that completely.
Indeed. Well, with that, we will see if you can catch up any next week.
Yeah, so that's all from me. That's all, folks.
And we will see you on the pitch.